What's going on, everybody? Nick Daniels here, coming at you live, man, yet again. I do apologize in advance. My voice is a little gone from from a thing we were at last night. Give me 1 second here. Just gonna move my microphone here a little up. There we go, a little closer. There's a lot of traffic going on. We're currently walking across the old McDonald Bridge in Halifax. We've done a couple night videos here, so you couldn't really see it as good. So this is just kind of like a little viewpoint there. Look at that, like pretty cool. You get the whole harbor out there. We'll obviously we'll truck along. You'll get a better view as we go along. So yeah, I'm glad to show it during the day. I'm going to there's some ice sculptures they're doing downtown. So I found out actually it was pretty easy to walk the bridge rather than drive it. So that way I don't have to worry about parking. So we're going to see that. Exciting. Anyway, I want to talk about speed dating, man. I did it again. I know. Yeah, that probably wasn't a good idea. So, yeah, man, I did speed dating again. Probably not the best course of action that I could have took, but I decided to give it a go. And I'm starting to, it's really starting to sink in that it's probably not a good idea. So I do like speed dating, I will admit, and I think it's, I think like you really should do it, like at least once. That's the idea. Like, you know, like 1 to 3 times tops, I think is really what you should do. And then other than that, probably don't bother with it. But yeah, depending on where you're at, obviously the prices differ, but it's not the cheapest event that's out there. It was like $46, and you do get a drink. So I usually get like a cider because they're usually like $8 or $9, right? So I think it works out kind of well that way, actually. Like, it doesn't work out terribly. But yeah, so it is a bit of money. There's one of like the mixer events coming up on Valentine's Day that I'm attending, and so just like a singles mixer, and that is like $25, and that's a lot more within budget. Like I think for most people. So yeah, if you're not aware how speed dating works, I'll give you a quick rundown before we continue. So basically, and this is how most of them do it. So there'll usually be like a set number of women and guys, say 13 and 13, something like that. You'll get a couple minutes per chat with each. So the guys will like shuffle tables, the girls all sit, and the guys will jump up every 5 minutes and go to the next table, talk to a new girl, and rinse and repeat. Okay, there's usually like a break in between. The chats are about 5-6 minutes. They're not very long, and someone just like rings a bell, and then you move, right? At the end of the event, you just check off people, like usually on a piece of paper, a website, whatever, who you thought you were interested in, right? So you do that. You're like yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, kind of thing, and it'll just be like a name and a like it'll be like just a name, like it'll be like, oh, like table number 5, Megan, and you're like, okay. So it's on you to kind of remember who table number 5, Megan, was, right? So out of like the bunch of people, that can be kind of exhausting. It's a lot of people. Anyway, so what'll happen is if you guys like mutually check each other off, you'll both get an email being like, here's your phone numbers, that kind of thing. And of course, you know how that normally goes. It's just like up to me or the guy to be like to text them, because obviously you don't like email. Some places will be like, here's an email, and then you just use the email just to get their phone number, right? You've already met in person. There's no point emailing. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But it's that way as well, that you don't have someone's number if they don't want to give it out. But that's usually why you match, right? You give that out. And you only have like a first name as well. So you're not like creeping on social medias trying to find people. So I think overall it's not bad. And again, I think it's fun. I think it's very fun. My biggest thing though is I find a lot of people in there are just overly picky, you know, like, and I think I am too, you know. I've come to that conclusion. Like, it's not, you know, this isn't me saying, wow, like nothing ever works for me. Like, I turned down 2 people out of that event. So yeah, so back to where we're at. So this will be a longer video because I'm just gonna rant. Makes the bridge walk a lot quicker, man. But it is like a 20-minute walk over here. Before we get into it here, check this out. Ready? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Like, there's Halifax, right? and here's where I'm heading. So the dark side, Dartmouth. You can't really see it too well because of that, but all right, well, you get the idea. I'm heading over there. All right. But yeah, so yeah, I got 2 matches out of the event. I honestly was really hoping for one or 2 more. I think 4 matches for a guy at one of these, by the way, is pretty generous. 2 is standard, I think. Like, anytime I've gone to these events, like, and I talk to other guys, it's like 1 or 2 is pretty standard. And, you know, let's be honest, 1 or 2, you can usually make that work as well. You know, because you're trying to match people you were interested in. So, yeah, the 2 people I matched, one was kind of more, like, you probably know the feeling, but, like, I was more into her like a friend. I liked her a lot. Like, her personality was cool and stuff, but I was like, I just can't see me dating her, like, at all, you know. But I like her, so I'll check her. And the second one, I liked her, but I wasn't so sure on her. Like, I was a little 50-50. So it was like, my thought process there was like, maybe I need to see her again longer than a 5-minute conversation. And when I texted her, I did text this girl, it was just so stale, man. It was like, I understand that's not a complete representation, okay, of this person. I completely get that. But it was just a struggle, man. It was not good. It was rough. You know, I was trying to have a conversation with her, and it was like pulling teeth, you know, to get stuff going. And I was like, it was the polar opposite of meeting her. She was very energetic in person, and it just died off that way. And it's like, I just can't envision me trying to get through the hoops of texting and that. Like, give me something to work with, and we can make that happen. But it's just not worth it sometimes, man. No offense to her. She seemed lovely. But, you know, can't make that happen. It was funny, though, man. I was actually talking about my YouTube channel a lot. Like, women would be like, what do you do in your spare time? And I'd be like, oh, I run a YouTube channel and I review dating apps. And like a bunch of them apparently were like asking about my channel, like, to the other girls, like they all wanted to go watch the videos. So they might be watching, who knows? But overall, like I said, I think it's not a bad thing. Speed dating in general, I think it's worth a try. You know, it really builds up your confidence. Like, as a guy, I think it really does. And for women, it gives you a great opportunity to meet some fine men. We got a guy coming here. We're not even going to put the camera away. We're going to just keep going. That's how we do it. Yeah, he just stared. I didn't put it down. Like, I kind of just moved it, but like, yeah, he just straight up just did not look away from me. That's to be expected, but he was jogging, so that made it quick and painless. No, like I said, man, I really believe that it really helps for both people, you know. And that's the one thing you'll always have in common with a woman or a guy from speed dating, is no one's really enjoying using online dating. You know, they're doing it, but they don't enjoy it. And it's really interesting that you get those conversations, because it's like you start realizing really, really quickly that you're like, wow, like I'm not alone here, you know. So you always have something in common. I don't know, man. I think that's going to be it. I was going to do a video reacting to like speed dating or something, because there's some videos explaining how it goes, and maybe I'd like break it down, but we'll see. I don't know. And I think you guys didn't mind those reacting videos too, where I watch the TikTok videos. So hopefully you guys enjoy those, but I'm going to do a couple more videos on my way to the ice sculptures here. So we've got plenty of time, so you'll see a few more videos of me out in the middle of the street here. That's the way you got to do it, man. You got to just like walk along. There's someone coming anyway, so it's perfect. I can end the video and then I can start my next one right as they go by me. So, all right. Anyway, that was a ramble on speed dating. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will admit, before we end the video, that's always what happens when I do videos when I'm walking. I just like don't really get to the point. I just talk and just ramble for like ages, and then it's like eventually we get where we're going. So, what can you say? All right, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. You know what to do.